Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name's Kanisha and today's video is going to be all about the new Anastasia Beverly Hills Stick Foundation. So excited to do this video. Mostly because I do follow Norvina, who is the creative director for Anastasia Beverly Hills. I'm pretty sure she's a creative director, but either way, she's also Anastasia's daughter, and I follow her on Snapchat and Instagram, and she has been talking about these stick foundations for quite some time, and even in the beginning stages of her describing the foundation and what her plans were, there was always a place for deeper shades in this line. And so that was super exciting to me. Not only was she going to be providing within the line some deeper shades for darker skin tone beauties, but also there will be deeper shades and different undertones. So you wouldn't just have super deep shades that were very, very red. You would also have very cool undertones and maybe a neutral undertone. Like there was going to be a variety within the spectrum of the deep shades specifically. So that was super exciting, because so often if foundations or cosmetic lines do manage to create foundations in deeper shades, they're always with a red undertone, and not all of us have a red undertone. I can get away with it, but not everybody can, and so you just need a neutral or cool undertone within your line to kind of work and match the needs of the people who are supporting your business. So this was exciting for me to kind of finally get my hands on this thing that I've been following her as she develops and tests out and tries, and then all of the footage from the shoots and different things has just been, it's been highly anticipated, to say the least. So I wanted to read to you guys. There is something flying in here. It is driving me nuts. So I'm going to read just straight from the Anastasia website, and this description states, it's a highly pigmented, buildable cream formula that leaves a natural matte finish. You should apply Anastasia Beverly Hills Stick Foundation as an all-over foundation, sheared out as a tinted moisturizer, or for highlighting and contouring. It's available in 28 shades, not 26, 28 shades. The lightweight tubes are perfect for travel and on-the-go touch-ups, and it's ideal for combination or oily skin, and there is a shade for all skin tones. So those are some pretty high claims. I do like, and I'm interested in the fact that it's for combination or oily skin, which is pretty cool, because a lot of stick foundations really have a creamier kind of texture and finish, which don't hold up well if you have an oil producing situation happening on your face. So that was exciting to see. Like I said, it comes in 28 shades, which is pretty cool. And not only have they created all of these shades, but they have really put a lot of money behind the advertising of these deeper shades. So if you follow Anastasia on Instagram or on YouTube, then you will see that they have promoted the deeper shade range on both of these sites and on their Twitter, of course, with videos with a makeup artist, and I believe her name is King Molly Magic. I just want to make sure that I get that right. Yes, King Molly Magic is her name on Instagram, and she was a makeup artist that worked with a bunch of these deeper skin beauties and creating the video kind of presentation of all these different shades. So definitely, if you're not following Anastasia Beverly Hills, you should be, and if you're not following King Molly Magic, you definitely should be. She's an amazing, amazing makeup artist who's just so talented. I love her so much. So that is that. So they have put a lot of advertising dollars behind kind of promoting these deeper shades, which I love. Not only are you doing it for us, but you bringing it to us so we can see. So there's definitely been, because they're not in store yet, it has been difficult for a lot of folks to figure out what shade to pick up. But if you do follow, again, Anastasia on Instagram specifically, there's been a lot of posts about shade matching. There's one floating around that talks about your shade and MAC in a comparison in the Anastasia Stick Foundation shade. So definitely check that out, because that can be super helpful in helping doing your match. Anastasia has provided the shade ranges and then has broken them down into several categories. So you have fair, light, medium, medium tan, dark, and deep. And I'm actually just reading this from the Instagram page from Anastasia Beverly Hills. And so I just took a look at those kind of advertisement shots and really guesstimated which model best suited my skin tone. So as I was kind of looking, the model that is shown for let's see, golden amber, and then the model that was shown for chestnut seemed to most closely match my shade. Now, amber really did look like it would be my shade on the Instagram photo, but I wasn't entirely sure, so I went ahead and picked up chestnut as well, just to be on the safe side, because I figured even if chestnut was too dark, I could use it as a contour shade. But I really felt okay making that choice and picking up two shades because of the price point. These are priced at $25, which is really an affordable price if you compare it along the spectrum from drugstore to high-end. So, you know, there's some foundations that are high-end, and like the Giorgio Armani, I think is $62, whereas in the drugstore, you may get your L'Oreal Pro Matte for I think about 12 bucks. So it's definitely a mid-range product, which is pretty nice. So I felt pretty comfortable picking up two shades because it was at that mid-range price point. So that was very exciting. Each stick is 9 grams of product. You get it in a very sleek packaging, very similar, the branding and the logo. The branding and logo specifically are exactly a match, obviously, to the rest of her brand, but the packaging is very similar. I've since thrown away the boxes, so I don't have them for you, unfortunately. But as you can see, it's just a top that you pull off and then you twist up the product. And so this is the product all the way twisted up. And then you just go ahead and twist it back down. I'm really definitely, as you can probably tell if you follow my channel, really getting into these stick foundations as they're being released, because it's just so convenient for traveling and on-the-go touch-ups that it makes it for a really, really, really nice product. It is vegan and cruelty-free. I should mention that as well for those of you who are interested, which is a very nice option to have in this foundation. That this is my second time using this foundation. I have used it once already, but I didn't wear it for, I think I had it on that day for about 6 or 7 hours. So I'm gonna attempt to wear it just a little bit longer today. We'll see how it goes. It's already 2:30 in the afternoon, so we'll see how far we get. The finish is very nice. It definitely is a natural matte finish, which is perfect. It's not too dewy. It's not too matte. It's very skin-like. It feels light on the face. Like, I don't feel as though I have a lot of makeup on, so that's awesome. What else can I tell you? Oh, the application. So as you saw in the demo, as I was applying the foundation, I originally applied it with a beauty blender, and then I went back with a sponge. I don't love to apply it at this current moment with a beauty blender. Since it is not as emollient as other stick foundations can be, I found it a little more difficult to blend out with the sponge, like to move the product around to get a pretty even coverage. Took a little more work than I was anticipating. So my preference with this foundation is definitely with a brush. I did use the Hourglass Seamless Finish Foundation Brush, I believe it's called, that I've talked about in a previous video, but honestly, I'm sure any foundation brush that you prefer would do well. So that's my preferred method of application, is with a brush for sure. Other than that, I do like the coverage. It's definitely a medium to buildable coverage. As you saw in the demo, I applied it to my face, and then I went back and touched up on a couple areas that I thought needed a little more coverage. I will mention that when I first tried this foundation and I only used the brush for application, I didn't feel the need to really go back and layer the coverage in order to get the coverage that I wanted. It seemed almost full coverage with my first application. So that's why I think I would prefer to use a brush to go ahead and apply it. Other than that, we are going to kind of carry on through our day. So far, so good. I mean, you know, I've worn it before, so I definitely like the foundation, but I'm going to check in with you a couple times today and kind of let you know how things are going, let you know how it wore. Just for reference, I definitely use a mattifying primer, and I definitely set my entire face with powder, because I always do. I either set with a translucent powder or some sort of other powder in order to enhance the longevity of my makeup. So I went ahead and did that because that's what I always do. So I think that's it. I can't think of anything else to mention to you today. Definitely stay tuned, because I'm going to be checking in with you throughout the day. All right, so let's get started. So I've already done my brows and my eyeshadow and lashes. And also I've primed my face already with the Scandinavia primer spray, and then also the Makeup Forever mattifying primer. So we're gonna take Amber, and that's gonna be our highlight shade. Then apply Chestnut, and we're gonna apply that everywhere else. Now it does pull a little red, but it blends in pretty well. We'll go ahead and blend this all in. It is 2:30 in the afternoon here. So we're gonna go ahead and enjoy the rest of the day, and then I'll come back and I'll let you know what I think. Or maybe you'll see what you think. I'm gonna go. Okay, bye. Hey y'all, okay, welcome back. So we're gonna do a little check-in. It is now 4:45, so I've had it on for about 2.5 hours. And as you can see, it's holding up pretty well. Doing pretty good. I haven't powdered or anything. I haven't honestly done a whole lot either, so I don't have much to report on that end. It's not like I went, you know, hiking or did something crazy. I'm just out here running errands. Nothing too much. Other than that, I will check back in with you guys in a little bit. But so far, so good. I mean, it's still pretty matte, which I really do like. And like I said, I powdered like I do everything else. I just did everything that I usually do with my foundation routine, and so far so good. But you know, of course there are people in this parking lot that are looking at me rather oddly, so I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here, and I'll check back in later. Okay, bye. Hey y'all, so we are back for the final check-in after we've been kind of wearing this Anastasia Beverly Hills foundation stick throughout the day. We are at 8:42, and we have had this on for 6+ hours, which I would love to have given you guys a longer amount of time, but sadly I'm exhausted and I am ready to go to bed. So a couple things to start. I don't know if I ever mentioned what colors I actually have, so forgive me. I have the colors Amber and Chestnut. I've used Amber to highlight and Chestnut around the perimeter of my face. What can I say about the wear of this foundation? First of all, it stayed matte for a generous amount of time. Now, I haven't exactly blotted, but I did one of these as I was filming a moment ago, and the camera cut off at a point that I don't remember, so we're gonna move on. Anyway, that's the only touch up that I've done. Otherwise, it stayed mostly matte. I mean, there's a little bit of natural dew kind of going on, but nothing too extravagant. It's really just kind of, you know, living, and I'm okay with that. It stayed matte, like really matte, not really matte, but the amount of matte that I like for a considerable amount of time, so that's definitely a plus. It hasn't really separated on my face. Let me just check the mirror again. So as I was mentioning in a previous clip that you'll never see, but whatever. Sometimes I get separations around my smile lines. That hasn't happened, so that's a good thing. It's worn a little bit around my nose, but that's not uncommon because this is allergy season. I've been blowing my nose and sneezing a little bit, so that's fine. Right around my nose, there's a little bit of movement of the product, but I have had glasses on for the past half hour, 45 minutes as I was finalizing a few travel plans, so pretty excited about that. So that is just a normal occurrence. I wear glasses every day, so that just happens. Other than that, it looks pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. Just kind of a natural dew going, nothing that A, I'm concerned about, and B, couldn't be easily remedied with just a quick touch up or powder or whatever. So that is pretty cool. I will say, if I had to pick between the Anastasia Stick Foundation and the Hourglass Stick Foundation, I think I may go with the Anastasia for a couple reasons. One, the Anastasia price point is unbelievable. I mean, at $25 for a stick foundation, you really can't beat that. Number two, for the color range is really, really good. Chestnut does pull a little bit red on me, but it blends out really well, and you can barely tell at this moment that, you know, if it's too red. I don't mind a more warm tone foundation, that's fine with me, but that is something to be noted. But the line does consist of a color in between amber and chestnut, and that's Cool Golden, which hasn't been released yet. It's going to be a later extension of the line. I think in September or October, I can't mention, but remember, but very soon it'll be released, and I'm very interested to try that because it may be actually the perfect match, especially as we kind of move into the fall winter months and I don't have so much of a tan going on. So yeah, Anastasia definitely for the win, because I just took a moment to look up the specs on the Hourglass foundation stick versus the Anastasia. The Anastasia stick is 0.32 ounces, while I'm checking the Sephora website, the Hourglass foundation is 0.25 ounces. So you get more product for less money. Anastasia for the win. Like, I'm so excited to be able to kind of see that comparison. So that is very, very promising. The color range is great. Like I mentioned, they have 28 shades. I believe 24 of those are, you know, your average colors, or, you know, your color range, and then 4 of those are contour and highlight shades. So they really do provide a pretty wide range of colors for folks, so that's exciting. The matte finish, perfection. It's formulated for, you know, combination to oily skins, and I absolutely love that. So I have to admit, I'm really, really digging the Anastasia Beverly Hills Stick Foundation. I love it. I'm very excited. So I hope this was helpful. I hope to edit this down to a little more cohesive thing. We had some vlog style going in between. As always, thank you so much for watching. I love you guys. I can't wait to see you in my next video. And that will mean, hopefully, that you will subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. If you like this video, definitely give it a thumbs up. And if you loved it, definitely go ahead and share it with your friends. As always, again, I love you, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.